Okay, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning over here in the UK, and I figured that I'd actually talk about the E3 stuff. Well, more specifically, it's more about the Xbox Microsoft thing. There wasn't really much to talk about. Well, isn't really much for me to talk about because there's nothing really much I really cared about. There wasn't anything that took my interest too much. There was only like 3 games I could really think of that really took my interest, so I'll just talk about them. I think I just give my opinion right now because knowing me, I'll miss this and I'll never get another opportunity to talk about this because I'm usually like really late to bandwagons. Bear in mind, this is also gonna be like completely unscripted and it's like really early in the morning. Luckily, I won't have to worry about people like disturbing me because there's only my sister and she's a deep sleeper, so there's that. I don't have to worry about that. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is Kingdom Hearts 3. The new Frozen trailer got announced. Well, not really announced. It dropped, and well, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. Honestly, for a Frozen world, it looks exactly how you expect it to be from, well, the Frozen movie. The characters are there, they look exactly how they should. And the story, well, it's supposed to just go with the flipping movie. That's how it usually is with these games. Kingdom Hearts always do this, and sometimes they may create like some new side stories to add to stuff, like with Kingdom Hearts 2, with the second half of that game. Add in like some extra new stuff that weren't in the original movie just to add extra filler, I guess. But that's not really important. It looks alright. They showed off more Tangled and more Monsters Inc. stuff, so that's pretty cool. That's nice to see. They also show off some of the summons like Wreck-It Ralph and just stuff like that. Also, Simba's a summon again, so that's pretty cool because I don't really think they're actually gonna, well, bring back Lion Simba. I wouldn't suspect them that they would do that, considering the fact being that Lion King 2 wasn't exactly an amazing hit. But yeah, the trailer was just okay. It's like until the end it gets actually pretty good, where we get to see Loxodon's appeared again, and then we get a really disjointed conversation from the whole thing with Sora, Don, and Goofy confronting Xemnas and Ansem at the mansion at Twilight Town, where Sora stating the fucking obvious and, "Oh, Roxas is inside my heart." And then Ansem mentioned something about the data Twilight, saying that but the other Twilights is made of data. Thanks, Ansem, for pointing out the fucking obvious. You really are a smart villain. Did Tetsuya Nomura get like stupid when he was actually thinking about this? Because that's honestly how I feel about these. But the big bombshell of it all, and the only thing that actually made me go woo about the whole entire trailer, was the ending. And spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, I'm probably playing the flipping thing doing this video, because again, this is unscripted and I don't like doing scripted things too much because that just takes time to write it all down instead of actually just speaking my mind. It's better to speak my mind than doing all this, and I don't care if people think it's unprofessional because I'm doing this at 4 in the morning. It couldn't wait, and I'm wide awake, so I wanted to get this done. Anyway, the bombshell. It's Aqua being taken over by a Xehanort. So we've got like an Aquanaut now, which is kind of funny. And I now think the main purpose of the reason for this is to now bring a race towards getting to Ven in case of trying to save him so they can wake up Ven with Sora giving back his heart, or making Ven become a vessel for Xehanort, or actually give him the body for Vanitas, and then we actually get the whole Vanitas again, which is, it's basically Vanitas, but it's with an E, and it's like the Boston Aqua story. It'd be like that kind of situation. Which would actually be a nice twist, because, you know, you got like this really cool scene where you could have like the 3 original Keyblade wielders up against the new generation of Sora, Riku, and Kairi. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, that's about as much for the Kingdom Hearts 3 one, so yeah, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. So there's this new game that got announced called Jump Force. If you haven't played the J-Stars Victory Versus, I think it was called. But yeah, they've announced a new game for that. It looks really good. It kind of reminds me of the Dragon Ball Unreal 4 engine game that's being made by fans. Looks really good. Again, there's not really much to show off. It has got some gameplay you can find on the internet and stuff like that. Visually, it looks almost exactly like how, well, J-Star Victory Versus looked on the PS4 and PS3 and the Vita. It looked exactly like that with the aesthetics and all. Aesthetics, Jesus Christ. With the aesthetics looking exactly how it should do, and I think it actually looks really nice. There's not really much to talk about though, because in fact it just got announced. And again, when me slur my words, I'm sorry about that. This is completely unscripted. And the last thing to talk about is the big announcement, which I've actually been waiting for years, and that is Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, which is the PS3 version but we get it at good quality, like full-on HD, 60 frames per second, and it's coming to nearly all the platforms, which is actually amazing to see because I absolutely love that game. It was like the reason I bought an Xbox 360, and I'm just really grateful to see that. And yeah, that's really just my whole opinion. I did see some other things, like there's Ori gonna be there, but I've never really played Ori. New Halo game, Metro's getting something new, Fallout 76. There was a new Devil May Cry game, I will say, and that brings back Nero, which is actually pretty cool. Which means I think it's actually called Devil May Cry 5. So that basically means that DMC Devil May Cry is literally just not DMC Devil May Cry 5. Because in fact, being that Devil May Cry has this really big reputation of making games but calling it something, and it's like in like a mixed match of order. It's kind of like the whole Metal Gear Solid thing, but it's probably actually a lot more worse when you really think about it. Again, there wasn't really much to really talk about, and not really much I really give a shit about. But this is just, I really want to just do this right now and get over and done with, so I can just give my opinion and just maybe post it a bit early so I won't have to forget. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later.